Special, a combination with choices of either individually the Cholesterol, individually the FIBERMUCIL, or the big, fabulous, spectacular bundles of each. Today, the most amazing values across the board. I want to show you all of your different choices, thousands that have already been spoken for. And I walk over here because, again, when you look at the choices that we have, and know that as we talk about with the Cholesterol, this is for so many of us concerned about heart health. What's great is you can use these with the statins if you want the Cholesterol. You can go for the 80 capsules, 240, 480, or the 1,000 capsules on their own. Or individually, we have the FIBERMUCIL, 100 capsules, 300, 600, or 1,200 capsules. Or then we have the bundles. And the bundles, of course, with both together, 480 of your Cholesterol with 600, or the big guy. So here, think about this. 1,000 capsules of the Cholesterol, which is $275 on its own. Imagine that today, if you go for that size, where you're saving $100 and then getting for free the FIBERMUCIL to go along with it, which, by the way, can I tell you, this is where you really go seriously, free shipping and handling, because this is heavy. So you're going to be getting free shipping and handling on every one of the sizes. We're loving that also this time of year, perfect time of year to make this purchase with a 90-day return policy. We extended it all the way to the end of January.
As I said before, we think that the only thing that happens this time of year is that we tend to gain weight. I think if you went through all of the parameters this time of year, our blood pressure tends to be a little less well-controlled, our blood sugar a little less well-controlled, our cholesterol level a little less well-controlled, because I think our diet and lifestyle is a little less well-controlled. Not I think.
Seriously.
So it's all connected. So this is an opportunity to try a product with serious science behind it, but to try that product, say, during the toughest time of year. If you took one Cholesterol with each meal, 1 or 2 FIBERMUCIL with the Cholesterol, with each meal, if you just did that over the next 90 days. And remember, this is a product that's going to be working no matter what you're doing. Hopefully you're going to be making better dietary decisions, but even if you're not making the best dietary decisions, which sometimes happens this time of year, at the end of January, because remember, the money-back guarantee this time of year goes all the way through January 31st. You have a chance to go to your doctor at the end of January, get a cholesterol test. You know, test all your subfractions, make sure you look at your total cholesterol, your LDL cholesterol, your HDL cholesterol. And I also recommend that we do a more sophisticated test in terms of our cholesterol, and we actually look at, say, the particle size and things like that, which are part of those more sophisticated tests, which many doctors are now doing. But what you will see when you do that test, you will see how powerful these natural ingredients are. I mean, they really are astounding in their power. And I think the reason why they're astounding in their power is we forgot how powerful nature is. We forgot how powerful our diet is. We think that the only way we're really going to lower our cholesterol is taking a drug. And that isn't the only way you can lower your cholesterol. There's abundant research that says when you use the ingredients in Cholesterol, when you use the ingredients in FIBERMUCIL together, and you use them with a healthier diet, when you make the appropriate changes in diet, you can get reductions of cholesterol and LDL cholesterol that are in excess of 30%. Meaning if your cholesterol was 250, you could find yourself with a cholesterol of 160. That's, I think, that would give me incentive to use these products and to make dietary changes. Even if all things remain equal in your diet, you don't make the dietary changes, that 250 cholesterol is still probably going to go under 200 simply by using the Cholesterol and the FIBERMUCIL as I've directed, which is 1 capsule of Cholesterol and 1 or 2 capsules of FIBERMUCIL with every meal. With a very large meal, you could do 2 capsules of Cholesterol. With, say, a meal that's really high in cholesterol, that might be red meat or eggs or things like that, you could do 2 capsules of Cholesterol. But it's just that simple and just that powerful. And as I've said, I think most of us out there, we watch TV, and if someone's talking about a product, we inherently don't trust them. So it's something that this is an opportunity. You can be a skeptic, you can be a cynic, you can not believe me, but not believe me and give this a try and see what your numbers are at the end of January. I think, as you'll see from the reviews, if you go to read the reviews at hsn.com, and the question I'm always asked, we don't pull out the bad reviews. we do not pull them out. So all the reviews are there. So the fact that the reviews are almost unanimously positive is just the fact that the experience with this product is almost unanimously positive. It's just that simple.
Exactly, and there are almost 1,200 reviews with close to 90% perfect 5-star reviews. And I love exactly what Andrew said. You have two choices. You can continue your life the way you are if you're already struggling with your heart health, or you have the opportunity to make one more purchase today and be able to see the difference that this can make. I have to tell you, we have this airing. There's only one more show tonight. So if you want the huge savings, which I have to go back and remind you again, obviously you can go for either one, the Cholesterol or the FIBERMUCIL individually, but we've already had to add more quantity in the large bundle, because check it out, 1,000 capsules. Okay, here it is, the Cholesterol day in, day out. That is a customer pick at hsn.com. This is $275. So today, for $100 less than the price of the Cholesterol 1,000 capsules, we're going to give you 1,200 capsules of the FIBERMUCIL for free. So you're getting 1,200 capsules plus $100 back. We're shipping it all to you for free. FlexPay, by the way, 6 FlexPay payments on the large one. And, you know, we just saw lovely Muriel a little earlier. When you go for either one of the bundles, you're going to get the cookbook. I love this cookbook. So this is Andrew and Muriel's Healthy Happy Holidays cookbook. It comes with either one of the large bundles, along with another great coupon, a 25% off coupon. But this is really one of the products where we urge you to go to hsn.com if you can and read the reviews. We read a few in the last hour, but this is a life-changing product. You know, I think all of us are. I'm so concerned about my heart health. And, you know, my heart health and, you know, my statin levels and your statin levels really equate to how you live your life. And it comes down to the quality of life. When you can make one purchase, one phone call, think about that. You are potentially a phone call away from helping to lower your total and LDL cholesterol. You know, we talked a little bit about this also, but of all of the amazing supplements that we offer with Andrew, this is the only one, the Cholesterol is the only one that we can tell you will literally lower your total and LDL cholesterol. FIBERMUCIL, I would never be without it. To me, absolutely, hands down, the best fiber product I have ever used. And think about this. Even with the Cholesterol, this is a 100% natural way to be able to help lower your cholesterol. I mean, how huge is that? 100% natural. Even with the FIBERMUCIL, because I've tried a lot of other fiber products out there, and some of them made actually the cramping and the bloating and all of that awful discomfort even worse. This is 100% pure Psyllium Husk powder. So it just easily digests. To me, I mean, this is like we talk about the ones that you take with you whenever you go anywhere. Like I packed it to bring with me here because I wasn't sure what I'd be dining on.
The Psyllium Husk fiber in our capsules is different from the typical Psyllium Husk fiber. Typically, you'll see something that's kind of a gritty, granular form. Ours is almost like, I think that if you opened a capsule at home, what you'd say is it's probably finer almost than dust. Right. It's like so... Yeah. It's like you could even see how it lands on the floor. It literally on the floor just looks like dust. So it's a product that's so fine. And that fine means mild. That fine means it absorbs moisture more readily. That fine means that it does its job in terms of grabbing cholesterol as it works with Cholesterol and moving it out of your body. But it just means that it's mild, gentle, it's not going to provoke gas. Also with our FIBERMUCIL, we don't talk about this, we add a form of friendly flora. We add our Lactobacillus sporogenes. So that is one of the reasons why I know our formula, our fiber formula, performs like no other fiber formula. When you add it to Cholesterol, the benefits in terms of lowering your total and LDL cholesterol and reducing your lifetime risk of heart disease is amazing. I mean, it's just something that I would never want to be without. And in terms of regularity, who would ever want to be without regularity? And when you look at the levels of fiber we consume in this country, I'm not someone who believes we should consume an ultra-high fiber diet. That's not me. Our ancestors might have been up around 100 grams a day. Typical Americans probably around 5 or 10 grams a day of fiber. I like to be around 40 or 50 grams. Either side of 40 grams a day is the number that I want to achieve, mostly through diet. Mostly through diet. What's wonderful about the fiber in FIBERMUCIL is it gives you concentrated fiber that, as concentrated as it is, it's mild. As gentle as it is, it's effective. And that's the same way it works with Cholesticare to help Cholesticare lower your cholesterol even more. That's why we have so many reviews that talk about, first they took Cholesticare and it lowered their cholesterol, say 20%. Then they added FIBERMUCIL. Much to their surprise, they added the FIBERMUCIL for regularity. Much to their surprise, their cholesterol went down another 10 or 15% because of the way these two products work so wonderfully with each other. And this is not just some fluffy, airy-fairy, non-scientific thing. The reason why Cholesticare works is because its chemical structure is virtually identical to cholesterol. It is so identical that it blocks the locations for absorption, or effectively competes for absorption with cholesterol. So it blocks cholesterol absorption, lowering your cholesterol. It blocks the reabsorption of our bile salts, which we secrete every time we eat, and thus lowers your cholesterol even more because your body uses its own cholesterol to keep making more bile salts and not reabsorbing them. So it has a 1-2 punch in terms of lowering your cholesterol. You add the FIBERMUCIL, and it acts as a sponge and a broom, grabbing onto the cholesterol, grabbing onto those bile salts and sweeping them out of your body. So it's something with real science, which is why it works. Best of all, it works in a fashion that's easy to understand. When you see other products like this and they're in rock-hard tablets, you should, just like me, you should scratch your head and say, okay, it's supposed to mix with my stomach contents and block the absorption and reabsorption of cholesterol and bile salts. Fiber is non-digestible. Plant sterols, Cholesticare, is really non-absorbable. How could this work if it's imprisoned, if it's locked up in a rock-hard tablet? How could this possibly work well? And the answer is, it's not designed to work well when it's put in a tablet. The way it works well, the way it would be designed to work well, is exactly how I do it. It's an ultrafine powder. I also had I think there was a post on one of my blogs or a bulletin board asking about all vitamins need to be sublingual or liquid, because that's the only way nutrients are absorbed. Okay, how are nutrients supposed to be absorbed? We eat food. Food is not going to be sublingual, and the foods we eat are generally not liquefied. In fact, when it comes to juices, I'm not the biggest fan in the world of juices, because if you ever used a juicer, what do? You throw away the best part of the fruits and vegetables when you use that juicer. I'd rather take those fruits and vegetables, put them in a powerful blender with some water or some other liquid, even we'll put some green tea in there, and that's how I, quote, juice, by eating the fruit or vegetable whole in a liquid form, because then you're getting all the nutrients that are imprisoned in the fibers. So there's so many lessons to be taken by just looking at a healthy diet. But eating a perfectly healthy diet is next to impossible for most of us in this country, whether it's just expensive or it's just difficult to find the time to focus on that. So what this product does in terms of delivering your lower cholesterol benefits, lowering your total and lowering your bad cholesterol, your LDL cholesterol, it focuses on those most important ingredients from a healthy diet. If you look at a healthy diet and you look at the ingredients in that healthy diet that are responsible for lowering, say, the cholesterol level in a vegetarian person, they always have lower cholesterol levels. The ingredients are the plant sterols and the viscous fiber. We give you the best source of the plant sterols, Cholesticare, and the best source of the viscous fiber, FIBERMUCIL. So you get the two most important, most powerful tools in our diet to lower cholesterol. And that's why, as I said before, you could expect using these products together to lower your cholesterol at least 15 to 20%, and your bad cholesterol at least 15 to 20%. And if you make the proper changes in diet as well, you could expect changes that are in excess of 20 and even 30%. And that are the kinds of changes that, as we've seen, enable so many people to work with their doctor to eliminate those cholesterol-lowering drugs. They come with nasty side effects. It's the last thing you want to be taking for the rest of your life. So it's something that if there's a natural tool available, and it's as affordable as this is today, because if you just look at the basic pricing on this, you're talking about a product that's about 1/3 the basic price, so about almost 70% off today.
Right, and the key word, today. So it is today and today only. And again, I'll show that to everyone, but what is remarkable about this is that we have this airing, there's only one more show, so you have only one more opportunity, and with the full 90 days, why not? So looking at the bundles, because obviously, again, individually, you can go for Cholesticare 80, 200, 400, or 1,000, FIBERMUCIL 100, 300, 600, or 1,200. Look at this bundle. This is 480, so that's 480 capsules of the Cholestericare. That alone, right, day in, day out, and as we mentioned, always a customer pick at $144.90. So today, you're paying $99.90, so we're giving you like $50 back, plus you're getting the FIBERMUCIL for free, no matter which one of the bundles you go for, whether it's the 480, 600, or whether it is that huge, gigantic 1,000, 1,200.
Not even the bundle, and I know it's, unfortunately the graphics are not designed for my kinds of products, but if you look at the TV screen, on the left, on the lower left side, there is that little red rectangle.
Right.
And in that little red rectangle, there's 4 lines to start with. Those 4 lines are either or. You could choose.
Right.
So that first line, you could choose an 80 or 100. 80 count of Cholestericare, 80 capsules of Cholestericare, 100 capsules of FIBERMUCIL. $15.90. So what you're talking about is about 15 or 20 cents a capsule. Or 240 or 300 for $39.90. Or the 480 or 600 for $59.90. So then, by then you're just a little bit either side of 10 cents a capsule. Unbelievable. And then the 1,000 or 1,200, in both cases, you're under 10 cents a capsule,
right,
or close to about 8 cents a capsule on the 1,200 count. And then the last 2 lines there, those are bundles. So you're getting a 400 and a 480 of Cholestericare and a 600 of FIBERMUCIL. So that's 1,080 capsules. So you're talking about 8 cents a capsule there.
Right.
And then 1,000 and 1,200, 1,000 of Cholestericare, 1,200 of FIBERMUCIL. So you're talking about 2,200 capsules. So I think that ends up being, actually, it might end up being, it's around 7 or 8 cents a capsule, I believe.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
it's really affordable. And to think that empty capsules, if you bought empty capsules, would probably cost almost that much.
Wow.
So it's an opportunity to save dramatically today. And since most of the bundles, it gives you a sense of how many capsules we're making. And we're a manufacturing environment. So when we get to make things really efficiently, or we get to buy the raw materials in such large quantities, we get to produce it incredibly efficiently. I would imagine with our FIBERMUCIL, even if you went to the cheapest mass market, supermarket fiber product, I'd be surprised if you could find anything that's less than our product with the friendly flora that's been added into it, and all the special care of the ingredients that we would put into it, 100% pure and all those things. So it's the kind of opportunity for the premium product of its kind, which both of these are, that only happens with us on these products about every 18 months. It's not something we do that frequently.
Exactly. So already you can see on our way to almost 20,000 spoken for. We have a clock that is up on the screen. And you know, you're being here. Thank you for being here with us. But the best part about this is understanding what you're buying, knowing that you are buying truly the world's finest supplements, 100% pure, additive free. We always talk about with Andrew's vitamins, all of the side benefits that you get instead. And that you have 90 days. So you have the chance to get them home. As we said, with the Cholestericare, go. Have your levels checked. You literally can see the difference that it can make. And then let me tell you what, with the FIBERMUCIL, you will feel the difference. These are two totally unique products that work even more effectively and efficiently, as Andrew said, when you're using the 2 of them together. So no matter how you were shopping today, I have to again let you know and thank you, because the bundles, as always, are far and away the best sellers, actually saving $250-some, or as we said, basically it's like buying on the large one. You're buying the Cholestericare for $100 less than what it is every day on .com, and getting the FIBERMUCIL for free.
Or either one.
Phenomenal, right, for either one of the bundles.
In the bundles, you're getting one of those products, and the other one you're essentially not paying for if you look at regular price. But I think the most important thing to note is that typically, even in the large sizes, this would be about 20 cents a capsule. Today, it's about 7 or 8 cents a capsule in the larger bundles. But whichever, even if what you want to do is just experiment, you can get a small size of the Cholestericare with a small size of the FIBERMUCIL. And that's going to be plenty of time to see the benefits of that product. So even 80 capsules at 3 capsules a day is almost a month. So you'll literally, if you use this product, if you took a Cholestericare at every meal and say 2 FIBERMUCIL, 1 or 2 FIBERMUCIL at every meal, even at the end of 2 weeks, if you decided to get a blood test that quickly, which obviously you have more time with the 90-day money-back guarantee, you'll already see the difference this product makes. That's how quickly it naturally goes to work for you. And as I said before, the ingredients in Cholesterol can block the absorption of 30 to 40% of the cholesterol that's being delivered into your intestines for absorption. It can also block that much in terms of the bile salts as well. And by blocking the reabsorption of bile salts, it lowers your cholesterol level. FIBERMUCIL just helps the Cholesterol work even better in terms of lowering your cholesterol. So if you're struggling with a cholesterol level that's in the 200s, or say the statin drugs just aren't working well enough for you, say they're causing side effects or they're just not getting your cholesterol low enough, we have reviews on both of those counts, and you have an opportunity now because this works differently. The statin drugs work by lowering cholesterol by affecting an enzyme in your liver, which has all sorts of nasty effects throughout your body. But what it does, it's going to inhibit, or it's going to suppress an enzyme called HMG-CoA reductase. That enzyme has a few important responsibilities in our body. One of them is making cholesterol, which we need a little cholesterol to be healthy. We don't want too much, but we need a little. It also, that enzyme is responsible for making CoQ10, perhaps the single most important ingredient part of our body in terms of energy production, in terms of muscle function. Remember, our heart's a muscle. So when you take those cholesterol-lowering drugs, you're suppressing CoQ10 synthesis, which is an absolutely vital ingredient for your heart. Its highest concentration is found in your heart. So those cholesterol-lowering statin drugs happen to do something that's absolutely adverse to heart health and to general health. But to lower our cholesterol, we figure the side effects are worth it. So what you need to do if you're taking cholesterol-lowering statin drug, you must take CoQ10. You must take CoQ10 to make up for the fact that it's lowering your CoQ10. What you should really also do, you should also be taking Cholesterol and FIBERMUCIL, because by doing so, you'll either reduce the amount of that drug you need, which reduces side effects, a lifetime of side effects, or it could eliminate entirely the need for that statin drug. And I think the more you use a product like this and see how it benefits you, the more inclined you are to start making a few changes here and there in your diet. And the more changes you make in your diet, the more you have an opportunity to see the kinds of reductions, as we said, like literally a third. To take a level like 240 or 250 and see a result that's 160, 170, 180 in terms of total cholesterol. To take an LDL cholesterol level that might be 120 and take that level down to under 100, to 90. Those are the sorts of things we want to do. Those are the sorts of things that are available to us to do simply using this appropriately, and especially when we work hand in hand with this and make some small changes in our diet as well. We start seeing the opportunity for 20, 25, 30% reductions in total and LDL cholesterol, even if we don't change anything. We simply add the Cholesterol and FIBERMUCIL to our, say, 1 capsule of Cholesterol, 1 or 2 capsules of FIBERMUCIL with each meal. I would still envision a reduction in total and LDL cholesterol of about 15 to 20%. That's amazing for a product so inexpensive and without any side effects and only side benefits like a healthier digestive system and greater regularity.
That is exactly right. This is so exciting that you can make that difference in your life. You know what? It's a phone call. And as we say, I know we have only, as you can see from the clock, a matter of minutes remaining in this show. There's only one more opportunity tonight, 5 minutes left. And no, I mean, I tell you what, I made my purchase. The difference that Cholesterol has made for my husband, the FIBERMUCIL that I take all the time, I just received the $1,200 for free. Because with either one of the bundles, the cost of the Cholesterol alone is more than what you are paying for both. But the bottom line is, it comes down to how you feel, how you're going to live your life. This is why we are so, as we say, lucky and blessed to be here as we are for the first time in our new studio with Andrew. But it's taking all this education. And then, how lucky are we to go to hsn.com, read those reviews. There's almost 1,200 reviews, a perfect 5 and 4 stars, all completely unfiltered, as we say, where you can read time and time again how that Cholesterol has helped and lowered. And I tell you, the amount of money that I know my husband spends on just the statins alone, to be able to add a 100% natural way to help lower his total and health.
Jerry needs to try the Cholesterol.
Oh, he's on it.
Oh, good.
It's made a big difference for him, Andrew.
Because it can enable you to reduce the dosage of the statin drug your doctor has prescribed, or to eliminate it. So it's a wonderful, powerful tool. Our doctors want us to be their partners. And when you introduce this product, Cholesterol and FIBERMUCIL, we have dozens of reviews that speak about this very fact. the doctors themselves start using it. The doctors start recommending it to other patients, because this is not, I mean, doctors rely on pharmaceutical companies for most of the information they receive. This is not the sort of thing that doctors are hearing about or reading about, even though the Cholesterol, the plant sterols in Cholesterol, if you look at the National Cholesterol Education Program, it's the first line recommendation in terms of the things we can do to lower our cholesterol. FIBERMUCIL, the psyllium husk fiber in there, it's a first line recommendation from the National Cholesterol Education Program. But unfortunately, that's not the information that doctors are getting. So you can do a tremendous service to hundreds or thousands of other individuals by introducing your doctor to this, and he or she can then recommend it to other patients. And what's very important to remember, I'm not the only company in the world that makes these two ingredients. I think I make them better than anyone else in a fashion that's more pure, more easy to use, more affordable, better value, better quality, but I'm not the only one. So this is something, when you share this information with your doctor could then help others, because this is something that is scientifically, objectively, factually beneficial. If we have a diet that's richer in plant sterols, a diet that's richer in viscous fiber, that's associated with a reduced risk of heart disease over the course of our lifetime. And if we do that for a whole population, the risk of heart disease in our society would go down dramatically. I have charts that talk about that very fact. It's very hard for us to make those big dietary changes, at least all at once. But when you introduce Cholesterol, 1 capsule with each meal, say FIBERMUCIL, 1 or 2 capsules with each meal, that's sort of like making a dramatic change in your diet, introducing more whole grains and more vegetables and things like that. So it's sort of a way to kind of sneak your way into